Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So, if you watched my last video, which had been the Nashville vlog, by the way, we had so much fun in Nashville. That was one of the best vacations ever. But if you watched the very end of that vlog, you would have heard that I talked about maybe doing a pre-op experience. Well, here it is. I wanted to do something about my pre-op because that was one of the most surreal things that ever happened to me as a person, and I just want to kind of like talk about it. I know I was gonna film some of it, but here's the thing: it got really chaotic really quickly, and we were in the hospital, and it was just like going really quickly. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience and how everything went. But let me just first say this: I had a great pre-op. It went very, very well. I'm very happy that it's over now because it was really hectic though, but it went fine. But let's get into this video. So it has been now about 2 weeks since I've had my pre-op, and let me tell you, it was so weird, okay? So I walk in, and they first don't even know I'm there for an appointment. Now I'm gonna stop there. If you're pre-op, they don't put your name as an appointment, which we didn't know, but luckily, thank God they did find my name that my doctor has scheduled, x-rays down. But anyways, I go to the radiology and they do 4 different x-rays on me. They did a front, they did a side, and then they also had me like do this, like when I was like bent over, and they did it both ways. And they were super painful. For those that are new who don't know why I have a pre-op, I have a 50-degree curve in my spine that I'm getting surgery for in just over 2 weeks. I go in February 5th for a major operation to fix my spine. But, yeah, so they did the 4 x-rays, very, very painful. The one that was staying straight in the side was not bad. But when I did this, it was horrible. It bothered me so much. And I was thinking, just let this be over, like I'm done. Finally finish it, and I go back in the lobby, and you have to do the EKG in the radiology room, and that's where I was, but the blood test was not even a minute from where the radiology was. So the guy at the radiology told me to just walk over and get my blood test done, and then come back into the EKG. I also want to make this clear, my parents with me, but I was going to the blood test myself because I could handle that. So I go to the blood test, get my blood test. I realized that the adult was like, so you have to be 17 and have a legal guardian. Can you go back and get like one of your parents? And I was like, sure. So I go get dad. He comes in, and I'm so thankful I did because it made me so much calmer. And I haven't had a blood test or a needle in me in so long. But I have to be thanking God in that moment because I really did not feel any pain. I really didn't. It just felt like a little bit of I think, and that was it. And I think the reason is because the blood test, when I did my blood test, she sprayed my arm with this where it's like non-pain relief stuff. That makes sense. So you don't like feel any pain. I've never had that before, but it was so calm. And I was like, wow, like I'm shocked about this, but I'm thankful, So that's what she did. And then she actually, it's a fun little, not really fun story, but funny little story, is she goes to grab something and almost falls out of the chair. She was exhausted because she's been working there since 5 a.m. And she went to sit down and she went like this, and my dad literally caught her. She's like, she goes, I've been here since 5 a.m. I'm like, well, I can understand that. So, anyway, she did the blood test. She did about 5 different tubes, different things, and then she did the nose swab. I have never, ever had a nose swab before, so I did not know what to expect. But this nose swab was to check for meningitis, I think it was, to make sure I didn't have any, infection in my nose. And they just, saw my nose. Actually, it wasn't even that bad. They just went, and it was done. I don't have the results yet from that, but the blood test did come back saying that everything looked good in the blood test. There was nothing serious, so thank God for that. And then they also, so after I got done with the blood test, I went and got an EKG. This is my first time ever having an EKG. It was the most easiest thing I have ever done. They just put into little patches on you. And that was it. Like, it was so simple, so easy, and that also looked really well as well. And then they took me upstairs. Well, me and her went upstairs for my appointment with Drake again. That was my last appointment before I'm gonna have this major operation, February 5th. But I learned so much that I did not know before going to this appointment. First of all, this operation that I'm having is a 7 to 10 hour procedure, which for those that are in medical field or like a patient's had surgery before, that is a really long surgery. And he really explained what they're going to do to me. So essentially, for those who don't know what scoliosis is a curve in the spine. I already have a video of me talking about how I found out and like kind of the whole reason of it. I'll link that down below. I'll try to put in the iCard if I can, but it will be linked down below. But I think it's called like my scoliosis journey or something like that. But definitely go check it out. It's a really good video. It talks all about how I found out and everything. But anyways, so essentially what they're gonna do to my back. They're gonna open me up and then they're gonna fuse my spine. So I'm having what's called a spinal fusion, which means they're going to, for my bendis, they're going to make that straight using 2 rods on each side. They're going to put screws into me. And then they're also going to, okay, now it sounds a little weird. I don't get all this part, but somehow they're going to fuse dead people bone into me. Like, yeah. Not a lot, like a little handful then. Just like fuse that part. So me back up, and then I find back to normal. But I will have to keep the screws and the rods in there for life. I can never take them out. So now whenever I go through one of those metal detector scanners, I'm going to have a picture showing why it's beeping off. So that's essentially the operation. As far as recovery, I found out, so I have to be in the hospital for 2 to 3 days. Like I said, my surgery's Monday. My doctor thinks I can be out of the hospital by that Wednesday. But that's kind of what they're looking at. If not, it'd be Thursday. But as far as like the whole recovery stage, it's going to take a year. I'm going to have multiple appointments all through this year to check on my scoliosis spine. So I have a 2-week post-op, the end of February check, on my incision. Plus they're going to take this bandage off. They told me we had like this really, really big bandage, that they had to use like this like, kind of like, what is it, like alcohol to take it off because it's so sticky. And then, what else did they say about recovery? It goes like 2-week post-op, then like a 2-month, then a 3-month, and it goes on like that. He said I really have no restrictions once I hit like the 3-month, 4-month stage, but before I hit that, I will have restrictions. So one of the most restrictions is when I get out of surgery, I cannot lift more than 2 pounds. I also can't like bend over, and I can't like twist myself because that would break my incision line, which that really sucks. As far as showers go, that is a whole separate thing. So I'm gonna go and talk about shower deal because that is just wowzers. So for taking a shower wise, I can't get my back wet for up to, I think, about a week. As far as showers though, I think we're gonna order this like rubber, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a square and you can like very lightly bend your neck like this and get your like shampoo conditioner off. That makes sense. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll probably do a sponge bath on me. Even though I'm gonna hate it, I'm gonna have to go through that. Another restriction that he had was I can go up and down the staircase, but there's a but to this. I can't do 24/7, and because my room is upstairs, I will have to be downstairs for 2.5 weeks because I can't go up and down the stairs 24/7. went to, I can't. So, instead, we just placed an order at Aaron's rental furniture, and we ordered a twin bed, and I'm renting it for a month, because you couldn't do like weeks, so we're in a month, and essentially they're going to, get that for me, and I'm going to sleep in a twin bed downstairs, and then we're mapped to my parents, because another thing is I have to be looked at 24/7. If I go to the bathroom, if I sit up, I have someone to be monitored, because I'm on so many medications that they think I might be at a risk for falling or passing out, and I don't want that. So that's another reasoning. But I'm gonna really say that the whole doctor appointment, though, it went super well though, but there's a lot. Also, I'm gonna say this. Before I have my surgery, there's a lot I gotta do. First of all, I have to take a bunch of this like Miralax stuff, because it's like you get constipated when you have the surgery. So they're trying to prevent that with all this, you get the point. The Miralax and whatever stuff they're giving me. They also gave me this like 2 bottle to clean my back with. So that's also interesting. And then, but yeah, and they have to be cut off food and water after dinner. And we usually dinner like around 9 or 10. So as soon as I'm done, then they said cut the liquids off. And then he said my surgery would be at like 7:30 in the morning, but I had to be there by 5 because of like pre-op stuff, like needles and medicines and all that stuff. So anyway, heard a lot about the pre-op stuff, obviously. It was quite the experience, let me just put it that way. I still to this day, we were there for like 4 hours, I believe, and it was the most surreal moment of my entire life. This entire thing I've had with my scoliosis, the last I remember for like a surreal moment was getting my surgery date. And now that I have this pre-op, it's making this so much more surreal. If that makes sense, that like this is what's gonna happen, and you're having this operation, and you're getting your back fixed, which I'm so thankful for. But the pain, I am not ready to go through. So it should just be, yeah. Anyways, though, that is going to be this video. I know that was probably a lot of information that probably didn't, okay, not probably. It didn't need to be said, but some of you all were probably like, oh my word. Yeah. But I just wanted to make this video because I know some of our patients have the same thing. They have scoliosis, and if they have not had their pre-op yet and they're about to get surgery, this is a little insight of what a pre-op looks like for scoliosis. It's just craziness. Yeah, so anyone that has scoliosis, be aware a pre-op is very surreal. It's scary. It's everything you can imagine. It's in that appointment, and just be aware you're not alone because I did it, and if I did it, you can do it just with you all by your side and everything. But anyway, with that being said, that is my pre-op little experience vlog, not really vlog, video. I hope this video, if you have scoliosis, inspired you for your pre-op. I hope the ones that just wanted to listen and understand what I had to go through because it was rough. But I love you guys, and I will see you back with another vlog. I should be having a couple more videos come out before my operation. And then once I'm operation, I'm going to be down for a long time. So I don't know when I'll stop posting, but I'll probably do like one video saying like, if you're watching this, I mean that my surgery thing. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions for me about my scoliosis, let them know in the comments. I might do a scoliosis Q&A. If you want to ask me questions, go ahead and place them in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to address them. And then I might even do like a little IG story on my Instagram to ask a couple of my friends that have questions for me. But anyways, I love you all. See you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.